इकडे शिफ्ट वर बघू कॅमेरामुळे तुम्ही दिसत नाही इकडे shift. So good afternoon, students. Okay, so we would like to welcome everyone on behalf of Unique Academy. So today we are here to discuss about our new batch, which will be for our combined exam in English medium. Okay. Okay, so basically today what we'll do, we'll discuss about the syllabus, about the paper pattern for our prelims as well as mains. We'll discuss roughly about the cutoff, that what we have to target to achieve our post year to achieve our goals. Okay, so we'll start with that first. So myself, Vaishnavi Mudake. So from the previous 2 to 3 batches, I've been teaching Rajya Seva as well as combined students. So I'll be starting with the orientation now. So I think all of you might have some idea about the combined exam. Yes, you have started preparing or you'll be starting it now. Okay, you'll be starting it now. So we'll discuss from the base. So this combined exam, which will be for group B as well as C together. So here we'll have 3 stages for PSI, and for other post we'll have 2 exams, that will be prelims and mains. Are you aware about this? Okay. Okay. So both the stages in combined exam, there will be multiple type of questions. Okay, we'll get the objective type of questions for both the stages. Okay, for both the stages, that is for the prelims as well as for the mains. Okay, so initially we'll be having this batch for around 8 months. Okay, we'll be preparing for 8 months, and that will complete our whole syllabus. Okay, we'll be completing our whole syllabus, and then we'll be also facing some tests. Okay, regular in classroom will conduct tests as well as we'll have a set of test series. So when you'll appear for those test series after a good amount of knowledge, you can test that where we are standing. Okay, where we are standing, and after that we'll be ready for our exams. Okay, and here at Unique Academy, what we are going to do, we are going to clear your base. Okay, foundation वाला भी एक part होगा, foundations का एक part असणार है. So even if you don't know anything, we'll prepare you for the exams. Okay, what we want from you is your time and attention, and as well as your consistency in studying, because self study वाला part भी जो होता है, that will be a major chunk. Because इथे आपण जे काही शिकणार आहोत ते घरी जाऊन तुम्ही रिवाइज करणं इज expected from your end. Okay, and if you do that on the same day, whatever topic we are learning from any subject, if you do that on the same day, next day you can ask us the doubt. Okay, when the topic is ongoing, you can ask us the doubt. Okay, and then what you're going to do after the revision part, you can make your own notes. Okay, you can make your own notes, and after that we can face the classroom test. Okay, which will be weekly, or which will be conducted after some topic is completed in a particular subject. So you'll be facing that. Okay, after that we'll be completing a single module, then we'll start with the next module. So it's better that you clear your doubts when the module is ongoing. Okay, because the teacher will be available then and the topic is ongoing. So if you clear your concept there and then, the next wale topics will be easy for you. Okay, so we'll start with the stages of exam. So first stage will be our preliminary exam. Okay, second stage will be separate exam. Okay, that will be mains exam for PSI, STI and ASO. Okay, physical test and interview is for the post of PSI only. Okay, okay, so see, for the pre-exam, for the prelims exam, it is the general aptitude test. Okay, so GS चे काही सब्जेक्ट असणार आहेत. Okay, what you mean by GS के सब्जेक्ट, जनरल सायन्सचे जे सब्जेक्ट असतात ते असणार आहेत. Along with that we'll have maths and reasoning. Maths and reasoning पण असणार आहे. And after that we'll have current affairs. Okay, current affairs वाला topic will be there. So these all together, this will be consisting of 100 questions. Okay, it will consist of 100 questions, 100 marks, and medium will be Marathi as well as English. Paper will be same. It will be printed in both the languages. Okay. So duration will be 1 hour. Okay. So here is the major thing where students don't pay attention. Okay. What we do, we prepare our subjects very well. But where we lag behind, where time, exactly. We lag behind in the time wala aspect. Why? Because we have given less amount of test. Okay. We've given less amount of test, या फिर we have not given the test in classroom wala environment. What we do, we'll just pause the time while solving the questions at home. We are not serious about that. And the time runs very quickly during the exam. You might have given some exams which are competitive in nature. So there you'll find that the 1 hour is like 20 to 25 minutes. है ना? Because we have to attempt 100 questions in 60 minutes. Okay. And in that, what we'll have 20 questions are for maths and reasoning. जिन्हें सॉल्व करना पड़ता है ना, त्याचा आन्सर डायरेक्टली नाही येणार की यू विल सी द क्वेश्चन अँड ऑप्शन्स अँड यू विल गेट द आन्सर. इट इज नॉट ऑफ दॅट वे. सो while I teach, I'm going to teach you science and then environment and geography. But I'll also guide you for other subjects की स्कोर कसं करायचं ना, कसं प्रायोरिटी द्यायची सब्जेक्ट्सला, नॉट प्रायोरिटी, टाइम कसा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करायचा. नाव जनरल आहे. आता आपण जसं डिस्कस केलं की मॅथ्स आणि रिझनिंगला टाइम लागणार आहे, बरोबर. सो त्याचा टाइम वेगळा ठेवून बाकीचे क्वेश्चन्स आहेत 80, ते त्या उरलेल्या टाइममध्ये तुम्ही सॉल्व्ह करणं अपेक्षित आहे, बरोबर. तर 1 तासामध्ये वी हॅव टू सॉल्व 100 क्वेश्चंस. ओके. सो कंपटीशन जो है दैट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम टुडे ओनली. Okay, क्योंकि when you read every day, when you are going to read anything, you should have the habit of reading it quickly to process it quickly. Okay, when you do it regularly, you'll be able to face it in exams too. Because just 1 month before we'll be giving our mock exams, 1 or 2 months before. So there it becomes difficult. But now, if you pay attention, if you improve your concentration level, if you're good in reading quickly and processing it quickly, that will help you in the exam. So each and everything will be doing it from the day one. Okay. Strategy will be doing from the day one. Okay. So first paper is clear. First stage of exam is clear. Okay. Now we'll see what the syllabus is there. Okay. These 100 questions, how we are going to get it, what will be the weightage. Okay. Okay, so history. If you see the Rajya Seva part, Rajya Seva या फिर UPSC चं जर तुम्ही syllabus पाहिलं, so there we have ancient, medieval as well as modern. But for combined exam, we only have modern history. Okay, modern India का history and that too India बरोबर महाराष्ट्रावरती फोकस जास्त असणार आहे. You can say that equal weightage will be there. Okay. History faculty will discuss the actual syllabus in detail. Okay. Tomorrow, I think we are having a history lecture. Okay. So geography. So geography, what we have to do, we are going to study geography in a combined way. That is for the pre as well as mains together. Okay. So we'll start with the physical geography. Okay. Geography, we are not going to start it without some end, but we'll start it with a rough wala या फिर we can say a base wala topic, that will be physical geography. When you'll be clear with some topics of physical geography, when we'll start the Indian geography and Maharashtra geography, there will have the physiographic wale chapters and climate related drainage wale chapters, drainage pattern chapters. So there you should know some terms, correct? So we'll study it in three parts. That will be physical geography, that will complete it quickly so as to get you familiar with the terms. Okay, then we'll start with the Indian and Maharashtra geography, okay, which will be having equal weightage. Okay, out of 10, around 6 questions were asked from our Maharashtra geography, and from Indian geography, 4 questions were asked. Okay, and out of 4, 3 were from my notes. for Indian geography. Okay, so we'll be discussing the India and Maharashtra geography, then Earth, about Earth. So that's what I told ना. General वाला जो topic असणार है, which is general ना, कि rain का pattern, then physiographic जो landscapes होते हैं, उनका meaning क्या होता है, all that will be studying first. त्यानंतर मग actual आपण Indian geography किंवा महाराष्ट्र जॉग्रफी हे स्टार्ट करू. की सो अर्थ स्कूलमध्ये आठवत आहे बेसिक चॅप्टर्स हे असायचे इफ वी सी द जॉग्रफी करेक्ट. देन वेन वी मूव टुवर्ड्स द हायर स्टँडर्ड्स द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी लेवल increased. So even here we'll do the same. Even if you're not familiar with any term, we'll do it here. Okay, I'll be explaining each and every term, and if you're having any doubt in any of the points, you should be free to ask. Okay, because exams are clear करायचे. So here everything, each and everything should go into your minds. Okay. Okay. Then various divisions of the world climate, then latitudes and longitudes, type of land in Maharashtra, rainfall, major crops, then cities, rivers, industries. So this is very much rough. Okay. In the syllabus, they have given this very much in a rough format. Okay. Just an overview. Okay. I have planned a proper, we can say a topic list from which each and every point will be covered, which can be asked into our exams. Okay. So we'll study that when we'll have our first geography lecture. Okay. Then we'll discuss the topics that what we have to study. Okay. Regarding Indian geography, physical, या फिर with the concern of Maharashtra geography. Okay. We'll study on the first day that what things we need to study, and then we'll start with the actual topics. Then economics, so Indian economy here. Okay, we'll study about the Indian economy in detail. Okay. So national income, agriculture, industry, foreign trade. Okay. Then population, poverty and unemployment. I hope you're clear with these terms. थोड़ा सा link होता सर. So this is again an overview. Okay, this is in a rough and just an outline format. यामध्ये काय असणार आहे? It will be in more detail. Okay, it will be in more detail. So first, what is the basic of some book? Basic काय असतं एखाद्या बुकचं की ज्याच्यावरून तुम्हाला एक आयडिया येते की what we are going to study. Index will be the thing. So whenever in my lectures, what I do, I'll give you an outline before starting any topic. We'll have an outline, a quick overview. Okay, you'll get somewhat confused, but you'll get a map that yes, we have to study all these things. After this we are going to study this, after this the third thing. Okay, you'll get an overview, and when I'll explain you one topic in detail. Okay, one by one, when I'll be explaining you the topic, you'll be connecting those dots. Okay, you'll be connecting those dots. Okay, so similarly for each topic, for each subject at least, we'll have an overview first in the first lectures, and then we'll start with each chapter. And in the starting of each chapter, we'll study about the, we'll have an overview before starting that. Okay, so that you'll check the things now that today we have completed this topic. And when you study, you'll do the your self study. Again, you'll have an index to track your progress. Okay. Okay, the spelling. Government economy. So budget, accounting, audit, again, etc. will have some more topics. So that will be done by the economics faculty. Okay, so current affairs related to Maharashtra, India, and world. Okay, so we'll have the current Valley sessions also, but you know that current will be vast thing because every day we'll have some events occurring in Maharashtra, in India, and also at the world level. Okay, so what we expect, we have to clear our exam. So some efforts are needed from your end also. That even you should have an habit to track the current affairs, the daily events, at least for half an hour. Okay, so whenever we'll have sessions here, you'll be again having an revision. Okay, but if you wait for those lectures, what will happen? That will be a bulky thing to study. Okay. Okay, so general science, even science I'll be teaching. So we are going to start with biology. That is with the botany and zoology, because out of 15 questions, we'll be having around 9 या फिर 8 to 9 questions from biology, and rest will be with the chemistry and physics. And from botany and zoology will be easily predicting the questions. Okay, I'll be telling you the topics that this is important and you need to mark this. Okay, you need to mark this and you need to study this in detail. And each day, what I my teaching pattern is like, I'll teach you whatever I have planned for today, but in between I'll give you some points for homework. Okay, those will be the extra points which have never been asked but can be asked during our discussion. Some new topics may emerge. So, for curiosity, you're going to note it down, and on the next day, we'll discuss those first in the 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, in the starting 2 to 3 minutes, we can discuss those initially. So, that will be a part, homework wala part, that can fetch you at least 1 or 2 marks. Okay, 1 or 2 more, or 2 marks. So, that it is easy for me to give, but if you do something by yourself, that will remain in your memory for a longer time. That will be a part, then I'll be telling you. We'll study a lot of topics in biology, basically. Physics and chemistry have kept in a concise manner, because more questions will be from biology. So, what we'll do while studying biology, even for chemistry and physics, I'll be telling you the points that this is important and that you need to study at level 1. Level 1 will be the most important topics. So those topics you're not expected to miss. Okay, you'll be doing that and you're going to learn it by heart. Okay, that will be done by you. After that, I'll tell you that these things need to be studied at the second level. That means थोड़ा सा moderate expectation होगा कि that will be asked in your paper. So that you have to mark. Then level 3, which is having the less probability to be asked. Okay. So काय करणार आहे आपण 3 लेवलमध्ये स्टडी करणार, स्टडी एकत्र करणार, बट मी तुम्हाला सांगणार की दिस इज मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके, या टॉपिक वरती क्वेश्चन्स आर आस्क्ड एव्हरी इयर, सो दॅट यू शुड नॉट मिस, बिकॉज दॅट विल बी डन बाय ईच अँड एव्हरी स्टुडंट ना. दॅट विल बी डन बाय each and every student who will be out in the competition with you for the same exam. So those questions we are not expected to miss. Then level 2 wale and level 3 wale after that. Okay. So you'll be doing that in the said manner. Okay. So marking is important. So I won't be marking it in your notes. Okay. You have to make your own notes, your running notes, in which what you're going to do, you're going to write down the things that this topic is more important. Okay. So while you study, when you make notes again, you won't watch the video again. So those points cannot be marked afterwards. एवढं जास्त लक्षात ठेवू नाही शकत तुम्ही. So it's better to write it down somewhere. And for my each lecture, I'll be telling you to make a chart. I'll tell you how to make those charts, mind map like things. Okay. So that the notes will be, they won't be bulky. Right? एवढी बुक असेल तर 50 pages ka science, that will be easy to study. What about 200 to 300 pages ka science? The books which are available in the market, they are this much bulky. So it is better to have the 50 to 60 pages wale own notes. Own notes means which you have made it by your hand. की तुम्हाला ज्या प्रकारे समजलंय तुम्ही त्या वेने ते सगळं राईट डाऊन करणार आहे. यू आर गोइंग टू नोट इट डाऊन इन दॅट वे. ओके. And revision wala pattern. Okay, so revision will have 5 minutes ka revision in the beginning of the session for the previous lectures. Okay, so you should be active. Okay, you people, if you're active, then we'll be having the sessions more interesting. Okay, because what will happen if you do the things bit by bit, what will be there, how will be the outcome? At the end you won't have a lot of things to learn, no? You'll get clear with the concepts, and at the end you just have to revise the things. Notes are ready because you're going to make those notes every day. Okay, you're going to make those notes every day in your blank spiral wale books. You can do that, yeah, fit on the blank pages. Okay, we'll discuss that when we'll start with the actual lectures. Okay, so botany, zoology, then health and hygiene will study under zoology only. Okay, and disease related part from botany. Plantचे diseases जे असतात, that will study in botany part. Okay, physics, chemistry. Okay, so what's your background? From which stream you people are? Okay, all of you. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so you are from commerce. So what is your view on this science wale subjects about physics, chemistry, and biology? It's tough. 10th पर्यंत होतं. 10th पर्यंत होतं. But I'm ready to clear your all concepts. But what I need is your presence here. Okay, your attendance and your attention. And then revision on the same day. So it will be very crystal clear. The concepts will be crystal clear. Okay. And whatever things I'll be telling you that you have to learn it by heart. This topic is in very much detail that particular concept will be in much detail and the chances of that topic being asked will be very low. So what I'll tell you, just ratta maraयची ती गोष्ट. Okay. So we'll be doing it in that way. So what I need is your presence and your attention. Okay. So these subjects you like. If you're starting your preparation now, if you have not done it before, any subject, if you have not touched it before, I assure you that along with polity, geography, economics, and history, which are the base subjects which the students study and think that these are the main subjects. We have to study these. After that, they will do maths, reasoning, and at the end, they will be keeping the science. Okay, but science ke prediction, I can do it much better. Okay, so score we want the final score. Okay, we are not concerned कि कौन से topic में we are scoring how much. Okay. So science, geography, you can rely on minutes. Okay, completely you can rely on minutes. Then arithmetic is there, that is our maths wala topic. So here also, according to my experience, on my experience which I have given for state as well as central exams, I've cleared some central exams. So from that, what experience I have having, what experience I'm having, that maths and reasoning is predictable. What do you think? Have you given any exams before, competitive exams? Okay, but see, maths and reasoning is predictable. So we are not going to keep this aside. Okay, we are not going to keep this aside. I'll say that other subjects can have some new questions, some new pattern, but at least for combined, you cannot expect a total change in the difficulty level for our maths and reasoning. And for maths and reasoning, from my personal experience, I'll say that you can do it regularly. Okay, you can do it regularly. You can learn the squares, the cubes, then the tables. Till when we begin with our maths lecture, till then you can do these things so that whenever your maths and reasoning lectures will start, it will be easy for you to solve the things. Okay. So from today, you can add these things in your list. Then mental abilities are reasoning. Okay, that is our reasoning. So the rough topics, what topics you have to study will be discussed by our maths faculty. Okay, so maths is also easy and reasoning is also easy, and it will consist of how much marks? 20. Okay, so again that is a major chunk. And as I have told you that you can do this from day one. Okay, if you do this from day one up to our exam, you'll score very good in this topic well in this topic as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, now see the mains ke topic. Okay, whatever we have seen here, what topics we have seen here. Okay, so polity was missing from this list. So polity also we have to study. So polity, what we have to see that how constitution was made, correct? How constitution was made. Yeah, before that, what were the events which occurred, and after that we have to see about the articles they start, correct? The articles they start, citizenship, then the we are having the fundamental rights, DPSPs, okay, then center, state, okay, all those things you're going to study, okay, all those things you're going to study, and polity faculty will discuss in detail, but whatever things I'm telling you now, की बेस पहिले स्टडी करना है त्यानंतर जो इनिशियल पार्ट आहे हिस्टॉरिकल बॅकग्राऊंड त्यानंतर मग जे टेरिटरी वाला एक पार्ट आहे स्टार्टिंग वाला, देन पार्ट 2 पार्ट वाईज स्टडी कर. नाही तर काय होतं, आर्टिकल्स पाहिले असतील तुम्ही, खूप जास्त आहेत. सो दॅट बिकम्स कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. सो रोज पार्ट बाय पार्ट करायचं, अँड एफर्ट्स आर needed फ्रॉम युअर एंड as well. Okay. So polity, after polity, so here what we are going to do for each subject will clear your concept. But if you are having any doubt, तुम्ही विचारायला. Okay. ओके, सो पेपर 2 आता आपण कोणकोणते सब्जेक्ट्स पाहिले? हिस्ट्री, geography, economics, science, and polity. Okay, these subjects will be there, and also current affairs will be having. Okay, maths and reasoning and current affairs will be having for prelims as well as for means. Same subjects will be there. Some topic will be added there. Okay, some topics will be added there, and along with that, what will have a different paper. Okay, which will be testing your language. Okay, language skills it will be testing. So paper 1 will consist of 200 marks and paper 2 for 200 marks. Okay. Physical and interview test is only for PSI. Okay. For physical test there will be 100 marks, and for interview it will have 40 marks. Okay. So the paper 1 we'll have Marathi and English subjects. Okay. Basic, okay, we'll see the syllabus as well, but we'll see the paper pattern first. So Marathi, the first paper will have this together. Okay, we'll have only one paper. So first part will consist of 50 questions from Marathi. Okay, which will give us 100 marks. And level will be of 12th. 12th level से असणार आहे. Medium will be Marathi. Okay. Then duration for both these. So English, same pattern, 50 questions, 100 marks, and that will be the questions will be of degree level. So both together will get 1 hour. Okay, will get 1 hour, and the paper will be of objective type again. Okay. Again 100 questions, 1 hour. Here, general studies and mental ability. This paper is similar to the pre-wale subjects. Okay, so here environment. We have not seen the environment in pre, so you'll get 1 or 2 questions, but that will be related to our biology, or that will be related to the current. Okay, but actual environment wale questions will be asked in means. Okay. So here you will get 100 questions, 200 marks. Okay, level will be of degree. And then Marathi and English, both mode will be there. That is, both the languages will have the questions on the same paper. Okay, printed in both the languages. Duration will be 1 hour again, and the type will be objective. Okay, so we don't have to write anything. Okay, theoretical paper nasnare for any level. Okay, for pre also, and for meals and for meals as well, we'll have only the MCQ type. Negative marking for both will be 1/4. Okay. So if you attempt 4 wrong questions, one positive question ke marks will be deducted. Okay. So that shouldn't be the fear, because while discussing our subjects, I'll tell you that we should not have the fear of negative, but even we should not be overconfident about it. When you're confused between two options, okay, you're sure that answer will be any one out of these two options. At that time, you can take the risk to mark any one. Okay, not when you're confused among three options or four. Okay, four should not be the question, but three, if you're confused, you're not going to touch the question. Okay, and no negative marks will be applied for the questions which you have not attempted. Okay. Okay, so syllabus you can see. Okay, so Marathi सर्वसामान्य शब्द संग्रह means what? Vocabulary. Okay, त्यानंतर व्याकरण ग्रामर असणार आहे. म्हणी व वाक्प्रचार यांचा अर्थ. That means idioms and phrases in English. तसेच उतार्यावरील पंत प्रश्नांची उत्तरे. Okay, that will be comprehension. English, same. Okay, we'll have the same format for English as well. So here I think you people will be appearing for from English medium batch. Okay, you're going to study from English medium batch. That means your English must be good. So we need to focus on Marathi. Why? Because cut off कसा लागणार आहे? पेपर 2 वरून नाही लागणार जस्ट पेपर 1 ज्याच्यामध्ये मराठी आणि इंग्लिश पण आहे तेही आपला कट ऑफ डिसाइड करणार ओके सो इन द बिगिनिंग यू कॅन start with English on your own also okay that is a separate thing I'm telling you okay according to our class plan we'll be teaching you each and every subject okay the same for English common vocabulary sentence structure okay grammar, use of idioms and phrases, and their meaning, comprehension of passage. Okay. We have to answer the question based on the comprehension given. Paper 2, aptitude. Okay. Same as we have seen it above. Okay. And then second will be reasoning. Reasoning, I hope you know what topics we have roughly. Yes, yes. Setting arrangement, then letter series, number series we have. Then what more things we have? Yes. Any idea? We have to find the angle between the hour and minute hand. Okay, those clock wale questions we have to solve. Then calendar related we have to solve. Okay, mirror image we have, water image we have. Okay, dice. So roughly we have to do each and every topic from reasoning, but we'll stick more towards the PYQs. की PYQ मध्ये आतापर्यंत previous year मध्ये जे काही question विचारले गेले, we'll focus on those questions more. But roughly we'll be doing the complete maths and reasoning part. Okay, sir will be doing that completely. So that even if one new question arises, even if one new question from some new topic arises, because here they have not mentioned it in detail. The syllabus is not at all in detail. So any new question from some new topic can arise. So you'll get ready for all the things. Okay. Current affairs related to Maharashtra, India, and at world level will have the questions specifically from Maharashtra and India. Okay. Numericals and statistics will have. Then RTI, Right to Information Act, ka a small unit we are having. From that also you'll be getting the questions. Okay, so here again we are going to have the same. Okay, we'll have somewhat same syllabus for geography subject in our mains. Okay. Okay, so we'll discuss about this in our geography lecture. Okay, in detail. So in the first lecture for geography, what we'll do, we'll study each and every topic. Okay. प्रत्येक टॉपिकचं एक ओव्हरव्ह्यू देईन मी तुम्हाला की प्रत्येक टॉपिक मध्ये काय काय शिकायचं आपण ओके दॅट विल टेक 1 hour अँड देन विल स्टार्ट विथ ऍक्च्युअल ज्योग्राफी ओके environment so for environment what questions have you seen any questions from environment global warming related then those protocols where this protocol is related to what environmental effect to control what thing this protocol was designed. Then after that, which conference took where? Okay, COP. Okay, conference of parties. COP कौन सा वाला सेशन हुआ था इस टाइम? Okay, कौन सा था? किस कंट्री ने होस्ट किया था? Okay, what things were decided in those conferences? So that we have to study, and that will be done by you on the daily basis. Okay. रोज थोडं थोडं वाचलं तर इझी पडेल बरोबर अँड इफ यू टेक ऑल द थिंग्स ॲट वन्स खूप जास्त कंप्रेस्ड असतं जे पूर्ण 6 months किंवा 1 yearचे कंपायलेशन असतात त्यामधून काही गोष्टी मिस होतात. ओके, रोज केलं तर ते इझी होऊन जाईल. किंवा मंथली, मंथली विल ऑल्सो बी अ गुड चॉईस. ओके. ओके, देन forest forest के resources will see. Then basically we'll start with pollution वाला टॉपिक, की पोल्युशन कसं होतं, की त्याचे फॅक्टर कॉजेस काय आहेत, की हाऊ इट कॅन बी कंट्रोल्ड. सो बेसिक जे एन्व्हायरमेंटशी रिलेटेड आहे दॅट विल स्टार्ट फर्स्ट. त्यानंतर सस्टेनेबल डेव्हलपमेंटचे जे गोल्स आहेत, की त्यातले किती अचीव्ह झाले, की कोणता गोल कोणत्या टर्म्स टॉपिकशी रिलेटेड आहे, किंवा सस्टेनेबल डेव्हलपमेंटची रँकिंग आली आता 25 मध्ये. सो इन दॅट व्हॉट वॉज द पोझिशन ऑफ इंडिया? सो इट वॉज 99. सो दॅट क्वेश्चन्स, दोज क्वेश्चन्स वी कॅन एक्सपेक्ट की ते कॉम्बिनेशन असणार आहेत ऑफ एन्व्हायरमेंट ॲज वेल ॲज फ्रॉम करंट. ओके. ओके, देन डिझास्टर मॅनेजमेंट विल ऑल्सो बी पार्ट of our means. Pollution, then environmental disasters, we have to study various organization working at state, national, and global level. Okay, this also what I have done. For each topic I have sorted. सगळे गोष्टी मी एकत्र compile नाही केले. So that will be in small chunks. Okay, you won't have to learn the dates. Okay, all the things together, you'll study it in parts. Okay, topic wise. Then we have environmental assessment, environmental impact assessment. Okay, that we have to study. After that, environmental conservation कसं होतं, what are the types in situ, ex situ we have. Okay, so all those things will be studying. Okay. Actually, what I said, this is the official syllabus which we are getting. And when we decode it by looking at the previous year questions, you'll get a much more topics. Okay. So when we'll start with the actual lectures, you'll get a more clear idea about each subject. Okay. Same with science and tech. Same subjects will be there and same topics will be there. Just the remote sensing, GIS will be added here, and IT, that is information and technology, ICT will be added here. And if I have to tell you about the botany and zoology classification, have you heard what is classification? That phylum, mollusca, uh, classification of animals, yeah, for of plants. So that will be fetching us around three questions you'll get correct, 100%. If you do the things what I've told. Okay, in lecture, if you follow those things, if you learn it every day, you'll be having a very good idea about that. And have you faced the problems while pronouncing the words, the biological terms? Yes. So when will come in our class on the next day? We've learned something today. We'll start with the lecture on the next day. So in that lecture, we'll take the revision. We'll together repeat all the things which we have studied on the previous day. Okay, that will help you to pronounce the words more clearly. Okay, and in that way, you'll be learning the things. Na? When we recite something together, that will remain in our minds for a longer time. Okay, so we are going to reduce the things that you have to do it at home. Okay, if you do the homework, if you make the charts, which I have told you, for each topic and each subject, you'll have a set of notes for each subject at the end of this course, yeah, for at the end of that module. Okay. So what you have to do after that, you just have to revise the things, and that becomes very much easy. Okay. Revising, yeah, for revision is more important than making notes. Do you agree with this? Can you relate this with your academic exams? Most of the times our concepts are clear, but what happens? What happens? You're not able to recall the actual term. I know the complete concept, but I'm missing those words. Correct? So, what's the gap between these? That your concept is clear, but you lack the revision. Okay? You have not done the revision properly, therefore, you're not able to recall it at the correct time. Okay? Okay, economics will be divided into macro and microeconomics. Okay, and then Indian economy also you're going to study it in detail. Okay, same for history. Okay, same for history. History, what you have to do, whatever we had discussed for the pre, same will be there for the mains. Okay. Okay, we'll see this cutoff. Okay. This cutoff is for pre, which was held in 2024. 2025 वाली अच्छी प्री झाली होती, which was held this year, okay, on 4th of Jan. So that cutoff we are not having. We can keep this cutoff in front of our study table, okay. Not this cutoff actually. I'm going to tell what target you should be having to clear this exam. So what is the highest cutoff in this list? So it is around 62.50. 62.50 आहे highest cutoff. Okay, wait. I'll tell you it is 62.50. Okay. Should you keep your target as 62, 63? It should be above? Yes, same. It should be above. So what we are going to target? 70, 70 plus. Okay. Safest score. Whatever exams I have cleared, whenever I used to keep the cutoff near the previous year cutoffs, I used to miss the exams by 2 marks, by 4 marks, and that gives you a lot of pain. Some people they miss it by points. Okay, they miss it by points, so it's better. And when I had planned for those exams, those same exams, that I'll score this much, which was much above the regular cutoff. And that year, from my set and net exams, the cutoff took a spike and I was scoring, I had expected it much above the previous year cutoffs. So even in the case, even in the year where the cutoff spiked, still I managed to clear because my target was much more above the previous year cutoff. So what we'll do, we'll keep it 70. Okay, 70, 75 we can keep. Yes, even 80 is fine. Why? Because 80 तक जाओगे, 80 तक सोचोगे तब 65 तक जा पाओगे, करेक्ट. सो टार्गेट शुड बी कॉमन फॉर, ओके, कॉमन फॉर ऑल. ओके, कट ऑफ कोणतं पाहायचं आहे हे पाहायचं. ओनली दिस कट ऑफ यू हॅव टू सी अँड नॉट इवन दिस व्हॉट वी हॅव डिसाइडेड 80. 70. I was going to tell you 70, but we'll say 80. Okay, 75 to 80. Because that will come down naturally. Because it is not possible for everyone to score 80. Okay. But अगर उतना सोचोगे तो उतनी पढ़ाई करोगे. Correct? So that you should have in your mind. And when we'll start with our regular lectures, okay, when we'll start with each topic, each module, what you can do, you can study the things, you'll get an idea about your interests. Okay, you'll get an idea about your interest, that which subject you're getting more interested in, then in which subject you can keep the things in mind. Some subjects they will be interesting, but it is difficult for you to memorize the things. Okay, so you can analyze it by yourself. Okay, it will be different for each student. So you can do that and you can then chalk out the plan that in this subject is very much interesting for me. So I can memorize the things. Okay, I can memorize the things for this. So you can score maximum in that subject. Okay, you can score maximum in that subject. And then in this way, for each subject, you can decide that this subject will bring how much marks in my total score. Okay, so you can plan it in that way and प्रत्येक सब्जेक्टची मग तुम्ही तशी स्ट्रॅटेजी करू शकता. ओके, अँड दिस शुड हॅपन ॲट डेली बेसिस. ओके, ऑन डेली बेसिस यू शुड बी डुईंग दिस. देन one fine day, okay, you'll be getting your name in the list. Okay, and not just before 2 or 3 months before the exam. Okay, regular जेव्हा ही process होईल, it will be a smooth one. Okay, you can uh, you can give around 5 to 6 hours daily. Okay, with concentration till end you can give this much time. Okay, but if now you're not going to study regularly, then at the end 10 12 hours also will be less. Okay, and a chunk of things, a bulk of things won't get into your mind at that time. Whatever we are studying now on this day, It will be easy for you to revise. Okay. त्याच दिवशी जर जाऊन त्याचं रिव्हिजन केलं, नोट्स बनवल्या, संडे सॅटर्डे विल बी हॅव्हिंग आवर ऑफ. इफ यू रिवाइज इट ऑन दॅट डे, खूप स्मूथली होईल प्रोसेस. ओके. 2 hours of lecture daily and 6 hours of study. 8 hours. Still you have how much hours with you? 16 hours you'll have, no? So you can plan that accordingly. Okay, so we'll be having experienced and expert faculties for each of our subjects. Okay, current affairs will be covered. Then study material will be provided in English. Okay, in English we are not having much material available. Okay, so you can rely on the notes which will be given by our faculties. Okay, test series will be given. Okay, test series. After that, main subject, that is our Marathi. Okay, we are English medium students, so where we are going to face the problem in our Marathi subject, which will be for our means. Okay, even that will be taught in such a way which will be which will become an easy subject for you people. Okay. Okay. So anyone having any doubt? No doubts. Means cutoff. See, we have different posts. So safest score will be 300 plus. 300, yes, out of 400. 300 plus theory ka cutoff will be fine. So if you start from day one, that is from today, and if you're not going to give any excuse, not to me, to yourself, we can assure your results. Okay. Not me, you'll be assuring your own results if you study regularly. Okay. Yes. You more doubts? You'll be doing this batch along with college or something? Which year you are? In which year? Second year. Okay, so all of you are from the same college? No. Where you work? In which sector? Okay, so how much time you can invest for this? Like 2 hours. Okay, so that will be fine, na? College? Or you have completed your graduation? Okay, masters you have completed, so no problem. 2 hours is nothing. Okay, so there you have to attend it regularly. Okay, then it's fine. Is what I've told. You have to invest around 6 hours at least. Okay, at least, including the lectures. Without lectures, 8 hours. Okay, you having any doubt with the syllabus? Yes, no doubts. Okay, so you're going to attempt this exam, na? That which will be coming now. आता जी मी काय सांग की आता जी एक्झाम होईल. ओके, आधी यू कॅन आस्क युअर डाउट्स इन द चॅट बॉक्स. हां, तर तुम्ही आत्ताचा अटेम्प्ट पण देऊ शकता विथ कॉन्फिडन्स. Because next won't come. ओके सेकंड इयरला आहात ना तुम्ही सो नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्टच असेल की सो तुमच्याकडे तर मग खूप जास्त टाइम आहे तुम्ही बेस पासून खूप व्यवस्थित प्रिपेअर करू शकता ज्यांना इमिडिएट अटेम्प्ट द्यायचा आहे त्यांच्यासाठी मी नोट्सही वेगळे सांगते एकदम कम्प्रेस्ड बट मी जे आता सांगितलं लेवल 2 3 त्यात लेवल 4ही असतं की ते कधीतरी विचारलं जाऊ शकतो तो टॉपिक विचारला जाऊ शकतो बट पॉसिबिलिटी इज व्हेरी लेस लेवल 1 वाले एकदम असे क्वेश्चन असतात की ते विचारले जाणार 95% गॅरंटी आय विल गिव्ह की यापैकी क्वेश्चन्स विचारले जाणार सो दॅट यू हॅव टू डू फर्स्ट सो जे आत्ता नाही करत आहेत नंतर प्रिपेअर करतायत नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्टसाठी सो त्यांच्यासाठी मग ते लेवल 4 लेवल 5 पर्यंतचे क्वेश्चन्स हे करणंही इझी ओके लेवल्स विल बी मेन्शन बाय अस ओके की हे सगळ्यात आधी करायचं या टॉपिकला सगळ्यात जास्त प्रायोरिटी द्यायची त्यानंतर हा टॉपिक इन दॅट okay so we can discuss the science paper as well. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Okay, so Aditya, the chat is disabled. Aditya, you can check it now. You can ask your queries now. See, if you're at least you who have time, okay, if you follow whatever I'm telling, I can guide you for each subject actually, okay. But at least my subjects you'll get a proper plan that how we have to study, which topic we need to concentrate, okay. Even for polity eco, I can guide you, okay, after our subjects. If you are going to follow those things, you'll be clearing the exam. Okay? You can clear. But more efforts are required from your end. Because those 6 hours, which I've told you, 4 to 6 hours, you have to make the notes, you have to revise the things. Okay. Even if you people interact every day, if you are going to revise the things, if I take the test, daily test, okay, a quick quiz format, then what will happen? Even I'll be framing those questions regularly. If I make a proper MCQ wale question ka PDF, and if your people are not answering, so I'll do that for 2 3 days and then I'll stop. Okay. But if you people are interested, if all of you are answering every day, what will happen? I'll do it regularly. I won't stop because that will become a part of my routine too to make the notes. Or else what we'll do? We'll teach whatever is to be taught and we'll end the classes. So your results will be in your hand. Okay. But a proper mentorship will be provided for the serious students. Okay. So what's your plan then? You'll be attempting in the next year most probably. Yes. What about you? 2 hours is fine. 2 तास जर जॉब असेल तर नक्कीच करू शकतो. फुल टाइम जॉब असेल तरी करू शकतो. ओके. मग मग तुम्हाला 2 तास तिथे द्यावा लागतो. ओके ओके. हे पॉसिबल आहे बिकॉज पूर्ण टाइम एक प्रॉपर जॉब करून 8 आवर्सचा जॉब करूनही एक्झाम्स निघतात ना लोकांचे लंच एक्झाम्स निघतात सो आपणही करू शकतो बट कन्सिस्टन्सी Hard work and consistency is the key to success. Okay. So रोज थोडं थोडं अभ्यास करणं इज व्हेरी मच इझी. पेंडिंग ठेवल्या गोष्टी तर मग डिफिकल्टी येणार. रोज लेक्चर करणं अँड दॅट टू जर तुम्ही ऑफलाईन करू शकत असाल तर वेल अँड गुड. कारण ऑफलाईन काय होतं, इवन द टीचर कॅन नॉट पे अटेन्शन बिकॉज युअर कॅमेराज विल बी ऑफ. ओके. अँड देन तुम्ही स्वतः किती व्यवस्थित लेक्चर्स कराल ते तुम्ही नाही अश्योर करू शकत. कधीतरी कॅमेरा ऑन आहे, माईक ऑन आहे, युल roam here and there. So it's better offline will be giving you a more good environment. Even for online, when the students will ask the questions, if you ask the questions, I answer it quickly. But what happens की face वरून इथे दिसून येतं की whether you're getting the things or not. And there it becomes difficult. So if you're not asking any questions, I'll feel की you have understood everything. पण इथे फेस वरून एक आयडिया येते की हे डिफिकल्ट वाटतं, या वेळी मी जे शिकवते हे डिफिकल्ट वाटतं. दॅट वे ऑफलाईन कराल तर बेटर होईल. कॉलेज कोणतं आहे तुमचं? तुमचं BMCC. सो अटेंडन्स तर असणार. टायमिंग हा देन इट्स फाईन ना. सकाळीच असतं ना तुमचे वर्किंग आवर्स? 10 to 12. Then even you will be able to attend. नोट्स तर प्रॉपर दिल्या जातील. देन जे काही PPTs आहेत माझे, बट मी काय सांगते की जे टेबल्स बनवायचे, माइंड मॅप्स तुम्हाला जे प्रिपेअर करायचे की आदित्य. Yes, Aditya, you'll be having the recorded sessions in the app as well. You'll get the recorded classes on the app. It will be uploaded on the app. And even if you're having any doubt regarding the previous lectures, and if it is possible for you to join the live session, you can ask the doubts afterwards. Okay. Even if you're not able to attend the live sessions for questions, you can attend it and then you can again continue with your recorded sessions. Okay. 6 hours is possible. प्रत्येकाला 6 hours पॉसिबल आहेत आणि तुम्ही दोघं तर आत्ता देत नाही आहात तर खूप जास्त तुमचं प्रॉपर अभ्यास होणार आहे की विल बी मोर गुड. बट तुमचं जर ग्रॅज्युएशन झालं तर यू कॅन अटेम्प्ट इट नाव. क्लिअर होऊ शकतं परफेक्ट टाइम. बट यू हॅव टू स्टडी रेग्युलरली. हा, नोट्स बद्दल आपण म्हणत होतो तर नोट्स जे प्रिंटेड फॉर्म मध्ये मिळणार आहेत, PPTs मी प्रोव्हाइड करणार आहे. बट सगळ्यात बेस्ट नोट्स असणारे जे मी रेग्युलर तुम्हाला टेबल्स माइंड मॅप बनवायला लावणार आहे, त्यातून एक्झाम निघणार तुमची. ओके. टॉपर्सचे नोट्स वगैरे ऐकले असतील ना. टॉपर्सचे व्हिडिओ जे आहेत ते जसे सांगतात की कशी एक्झाम क्लिअर झाली, त्यांचे नोट्स पाहिले असतील तर खूप सिस्टमॅटिक नसतात, कम्प्रेस्ड असतात. कारण एक्झामच्या एक दिवस आधी काय करायचं, रिवाइज करायचं ना. तर जेवढे शॉर्ट असतील, जेवढे मायक्रो नोट्स असतील तेवढं तुमचं रिव्हिजन फास्ट होणार आहे. तेच जर एवढ्या नोट्स असतील तर प्रत्येक सब्जेक्टचे एवढे एवढे तर रिव्हिजन 1 महिना जरी दिला तरी व्यवस्थित नाही होणार. ओके. नोट्स असे बनवायचेत, ऍटलिस्ट आपल्या सब्जेक्टचे असे बनवायचेत की 1 दिवसात तुमचा तो सब्जेक्ट रिवाइज झाला पाहिजे. ओके. आणि रोज जर तुम्ही व्यवस्थित लर्न करता इथे गोष्टी रेग्युलरली, जसं सायन्स संपेल तसं तुमच्या प्रत्येक गोष्ट आणि प्रत्येक कन्सेप्ट ही क्लिअर होईल. ओके. दॅट विल डिपेंड ऑन युअर एफर्ट्स. ओके. पर्सनलाइज्ड आपण मग टेस्ट ही ऑनलाईन हे करू शकतो. फॉर माय सब्जेक्ट्स आय प्रोव्हाइड यू अ क्वेश्चन बँक. फिजिक्सचे आता काही न्यूमेरिकल्स असतात, सो इथे आपण काही सॉल्व्ह केले. खूप जास्त प्रॅक्टिससाठी मी तुम्हाला PDF सेंड करेन, ज्यातून अजून चान्सेस वाढतात की आपण क्वेश्चन जे अटेम्प्ट करतो त्याचे. ओके. इथे खूप जास्त क्वेश्चन सॉल्व्ह करणं पॉसिबल नाही. इथे आपण किती केलं तरी इट विल बी अंडर माय गायडन्स. सो ते आन्सर्स येतात बरोबर. But घरी जाऊन जेव्हा तुम्ही एकदा परत सॉल्व्ह कराल स्वतः, विल गेट अन रिव्हिजन. ओके, विल बी मोर कॉन्फिडेंट रिगार्डिंग द न्यूमरिकल्स एज वेल. नाही तर काय होतं, परत फिजिक्स आपण ड्रॉप करून टाकतो. केमिस्ट्रीचे कन्सेप्ट नाही समजले, ड्रॉप करतो. इझी होईल. ओके. Okay, any more doubts? No doubt. Okay, wait a minute. We'll discuss the science wala section. Okay, just give me a minute. आपण आता जे सायन्सचे क्वेश्चन्स डिस्कस करूया, त्यामध्ये त्यामध्ये मी स्क्रीनशॉट्स ऍड केले फ्रॉम माय नोट्स. ओके, माझे जे नोट्स आहेत PDF जे होते, त्यामधले मी स्क्रीनशॉट ऍड केलेत की इथे जे नोट्स प्रोव्हाइड केले जातात आणि जे क्वेश्चन एक्झाम मध्ये विचारले, PDF. एक ही. Okay, Sam. So books, I would say that our notes will be sufficient. You don't need to buy any books. की सो आणि काय करायचंय, जे नोट्स मी बनवायला सांगते किंवा पर्टिक्युलर फॅकल्टी जे काही नोट्स सांगतील ते बनवायचे, किंवा मग जे काही प्रिंटेड नोट्स तुम्हाला मिळतील त्यात मार्क करून घ्यायचंय जे टीचर्स सांगतील तसं. बट नोट्स कम्प्रेस ठेवायचे, नोट्स लिमिटेड ठेवायचे. सिंगल एक सोर्स हवाय, कारण काय होतं, we purchase all the types of books. That was the question which was asked by some student. So he is asking की कोणते बुक्स परचेस करायचे. सो यू डोंट नीड टू परचेस एनी बुक्स. कारण काय होतं, इथे जे कन्सेप्ट आपण शिकलो ती लँग्वेज फॉलो होणार आहे आपल्या नोट्समध्ये, की जे इथे प्रोव्हाइड केले जाते. इफ यू बाय समथिंग एल्स दॅट वोंट मॅच द थिंग्स यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न हिअर. सिक्वेन्स पण वेगळा असतो सगळीकडे. ओके. काही डाऊट आहेत? पण पर्सनलाइज्ड प्लॅन पण बनवू शकतो की तुमच्या टाईमनुसार. ओके, तुम्ही एक प्लॅन करू शकता. आपण सब्जेक्ट डिवाइड करू शकतो. की आता जर एक मॉड्यूल स्टार्ट झाला, एक सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट होतोय तुमचा, तर तुम्ही त्याचं प्रिपरेशन तर रोज करणं एक्सपेक्टेड आहे. ओके, बट त्यासोबत जसं आपण आता डिस्कस केलं मॅथ्स रिझनिंग बद्दल, तर त्यासाठी जे काही गोष्टी आधी लागणार आहेत त्या गोष्टी तुम्ही आत्ताच स्टार्ट करू शकता. ते हेल्प होईल तुम्हाला नंतर. ओके, त्यानंतर जे सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट नाही झालेत त्याचं काहीतरी व्हिडिओज बघणं, फेमिलियर होणं त्या सब्जेक्टशी. तुमच्या एंडने पण एफर्ट्स दिले, टीचर्स हेल्प करणार आहेत तुम्हाला, कन्सेप्ट तुमचे क्लिअर होणार आहेत. सो ओके, वेट, विल डिस्कस द पेपर फर्स्ट. तुमचे सब्जेक्ट्स ज्यामध्ये तुम्हाला भीती वाटते, कोणते सब्जेक्ट आहेत तसे? स्पेसिफिक आहे असं काही की न्यूली स्टार्ट करायचं प्रत्येक सब्जेक्ट तुमचं? आधी केलंय प्रिपरेशन काही? बट एखाद्या सब्जेक्टचं हे असू शकतं ना की तो इझी जातोय. जनरली तो इझी जातो. आता यांना जसं इको थोडस इझी जाईल, कॉमर्स बॅकग्राऊंड असल्यामुळे तुम्हाला इझी जाईल. मराठीमध्ये की नाही, मराठी तर मी सेम बाकी सब्जेक्ट सोबतही असणार आहे की आपण जे काही नोट्स प्रोव्हाइड करतो त्यामधले मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द क्वेश्चन्स आर आस्क्ड इन द एक्झाम. ओके, त्याचा आन्सर सांगू शकाल? Is online students, even you can answer. Just a minute. No? Okay. So here I have attached a screenshot. Someone has answered. All questions are true. No? Can Anthony, you can refer the Pratyogita magazine and our notes which will be provided by our class. Okay. Okay. So see, I taught this topic in a bit detail. Okay, not in much detail, but I had asked the students to learn the sequence and also the pattern that here will have short wavelength and on the left side will have the long, या फिर the wavelength will be more. Okay, here the frequency will be less, here the frequency will be more. सो एवढं मी लर्न करायला सांगितलं होतं मुलांना. ओके. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट काय सांगतं? ओके. नॉट द फर्स्ट वन, सेकंड वन. वेवलेंथ इज व्हेरी शॉर्ट. इज दिस ट्रू? इट इज ट्रू और नॉट? इट इज ट्रू. इथे नाहीये ना ते. इट इज शॉर्ट. इथे आहे. सो वेवलेंथ शॉर्ट आहे. ओके. वेवलेंथ इज शॉर्ट. ओके. सो ऑप्शन बी सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज व्हॉट? इट इज ट्रू. सो कोणते ऑप्शन्स एलिमिनेट करू शकतो आपण? वी कॅन एलिमिनेट द सेकंड अँड थर्ड. सो फर्स्ट किंवा फोर्थ असणार आहे आपलं आन्सर. ओके. नेक्स्ट. ओके. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन सी. हा चार्ट काय सांगतो इथे? हा चार्टच आहे फॉर इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक वेव्स. ओके. या चार्टचं टॉपिकच होतं इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक वेव्स. सो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. X-ray is part of an electromagnetic waves. Okay, X-rays are electromagnetic waves. So first and second is true. Again, we cannot come to some conclusion on the basis of first and second option. Okay, then third option and fourth option. So see, X-rays are deflected by electric and magnetic fields. Okay. So one topic we had discussed. Okay, one topic we had discussed in which we have discussed that X-rays जे असतात. की एक्सरेज किंवा आपण असं म्हणू शकतो की असा पार्टिकल ज्यावरती चार्ज नाहीये. पॉझिटिव्ह और नॉट इवन नेगेटिव्ह. पॉझिटिव्ह नेगेटिव्ह दोन्ही चार्ज नसले तर काय होणार आहे? इट कॅनॉट reflect. Okay, it won't be deflected. Okay, under the magnetic field it won't be deflected. So D will be correct because X-ray has no charge. Okay, any of these याच्यावर कशावरही चार्ज नसणार आहे. ओके. इट वोंट कॅरी एनी चार्ज. सो चार्ज नसणार आहे. C will be false here. So one option remains. C will be false. Okay. No charge. So D wala option we had not discussed on the same topic, but somewhere I had thought that X-rays won't be deflected because they carry no charge. Next, this I have explained n number of times and I had told the students that या टॉपिक वरती खूप जास्त क्वेश्चन्स विचारले जातात and you have to learn these things by heart. Okay. Alpha beat alpha particle, beta particle, then gamma. हे या टॉपिक अंडर येतात. अल्फा डीके, बीटा डीके आणि गॅमा डीके असे टाइप्स आहेत. सो इन दॅट आय हॅड टॉट की अल्फा पार्टिकल जे आहेत दे आर इक्वल टू an helium atom. Okay. सो एटचं आन्सर काय असणार आहे? 3. ओके, एटचा आन्सर आहे 3. त्यानंतर ओके, हिअर आय शो यू वर आय डॉट. ओके, अल्फा पार्टिकल्स. फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट चेक. हिलियम न्यूक्लियसच्या इक्वल असणारे अल्फा पार्टिकल. सो फर्स्टचा आन्सर इज 3. Okay. Then unit of radioactivity. Okay. Unit of radioactivity was given here. Becquerel or Curie. Okay. Becquerel या फिर Curie. Curie. I'm sorry. Becquerel या फिर Curie. So here Curie is given. So C का first. C का first is given in this. So we get the answer 4th. सो प्रत्येक मॅच द पेअर किंवा प्रत्येक स्टेटमेंट येणं हे कंपल्शन नाहीये. एका स्टेटमेंटने पण किंवा एका मॅच द पेअरने पण आन्सर मिळू शकतं किंवा मग एका स्टेटमेंटने पण आन्सर भेटू शकतं. 2 किंवा 3, चारीच्या चारी एक्सपेक्टेड नसणार आहेत. इतकं जास्त डिफिकल्टी लेवल नसतं आपल्या पेपर्स. ओके, देन नेक्स्ट. ओके, गॅमा रेज. गॅमा रेज साठी आपण एक खूप छान डायग्राम ड्रॉ केलेला होता. दॅट आय कॅन नॉट शो यू ना हिअर. आय हॅव टू टेक द पिक्चर्स फ्रॉम द रेकॉर्डेड सेशन देन. सो हिअर अनदर स्टेटमेंट दॅट इज गॅमा रेज. सी हिअर. गॅमा रेज का पेनिट्रेटिंग पॉवर कसं आहे? पेनिट्रेशन इज very high. Okay. Here penetration power of gamma rays is very high. Okay. एक डायग्राम पाहिलेला आपण in which I had placed the paper, then aluminium foil, then we had the lead cup sheet in sequence. And there with the help of different colors I had explained की अल्फा रेज कुठपर्यंत पेनिट्रेट होऊ शकतात, then gamma rays, alpha, beta, then gamma. Okay. So that thing we had studied in chemistry and physics. In physics, we got a revision of the same topic. So this we don't expect to get these things wrong. Okay, which we had marked at level 1. Level 1 means of most priority. Okay, these topic you'll be studying at the first place. Okay, so even this was among that. Okay, then you can see here, even if you had an idea about this, Sika 1, unit of radioactivity is Curie. Sika 1, it is in only one option. Okay, only in one option. D ka 4, only in one option. Because alpha, beta, gamma में ये मगअप करवा के लिया था कि हे असं सिक्वेन्स आहे, हे लर्न करा, याचं सिक्वेन्स विचारलं जाऊ शकतं. सो दॅट वॉज ऑलरेडी टोल्ड इन द क्लास. हे आन्सर कोणाला येणार बरोबर आता? दोज हू हॅव फॉलोड द इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स, दोज हू हॅव रिवाइज द थिंग्स, दोज हू हॅव मेड देअर ओन नोट्स. सो इम्प्रिंट होणारे ब्रेनवरती परत परत इफ यू आर रीडिंग, इफ यू आर रिवाइजिंग, इफ यू आर रायटिंग. सो दॅट विल keep the things in your memory for a longer time. Okay. Next, latent heat of fusion is what? Okay. See this. Latent heat of fusion. Heat required to change 1 kg of solid directly into the gaseous form. Okay. Solid into a liquid, I'm sorry. Directly heating at the melting point. Okay. Melting point वरती जर आपण सॉलिड 1 kg सॉलिड हीट केलं तर कम्प्लीट किती हीट लागेल त्या 1 kg सॉलिडला लिक्विड मध्ये कन्वर्ट करायला. दॅट विल बी आर लॅटेंट हीट ऑफ फ्युजन. ओके. For ice, we require 334 kilojoule to melt it into water. 0 degree काय आहे? What ice चा melting point आहे. Okay. So melting point वरती continuously if you are supplying the heat, how much heat is required to convert 1 kg ice block into liquid, total liquid. So that is our latent heat of fusion. So these were the bits ना. एक एक टॉपिक आपण रोज स्टडी केला. वी डोंट स्टडी द कम्प्लीट सायन्स इन वन डे. So that is studied in bits. So if we take 2 hours to study a concept here, when you go home and revise the topics, it will take hardly half hour. Okay, so that can be done by you. Half hour to prepare your notes to make the chart. Okay, the next. So what's the correct answer? Can you tell me now? Option number. So the things which are marked here are not correct. Okay, हे correct नहीं है, so don't follow them. Yes. Second, टेम्परेचर राईज करण्यासाठी नाहीये, कशासाठी आहे? टू कन्वर्ट सॉलिड इन टू लिक्विड. आईसला वॉटरमध्ये कन्वर्ट करणं म्हणजे काय असतं? Third is the correct. Okay. There it was given 1 kg, 1 kg. So in scientific terms, it is defined as unit. Okay, unit mass. These layers now. Do you have any idea about these? हे तर आपण स्कूलमध्ये केलेलं, करेक्ट? They are from अर्थ के सरफेस से टुवर्ड्स द स्पेस. Okay, so see, the answer is troposphere, then stratosphere, then mesosphere, and then thermosphere. Okay, so here we had a diagram. Okay, diagram होता, त्यानंतर description होता, and I told that खूप बेसिक आहे ना, खूप जास्त बेसिक ज्या गोष्टी आहेत ते प्रत्येक जण अटेम्प्ट करणार आहे, अँड वी शुड नॉट मिस सच क्वेश्चन्स. कारण ते काय असणार आहे, तिथून आपण जिंकणार नाही. वी आर गोइंग टू we are going to be at the top of the list when we are along with the other students in such questions. आणि जेव्हा आपण एक्स्ट्रा काही क्वेश्चन्स अटेम्प्ट करणार आहे जे बाकीच्यांनी नाही केले, देन विल गेट मोर मार्क्स ना, कट ऑफ तेव्हा क्लिअर होणार. सो दिस वॉज टॉट. So fourth is the correct sequence. Okay, tropo, strato, meso, and thermo. Then ore of aluminium. Ores काय असतात? What are ores? क्रूड फॉर्म असतं ज्याच्यातून आपण एखादा एलिमेंट जे आहे ते एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट करतो. ओके, सो क्रूड फॉर्म ऑफ अल्युमिनियम. 10th स्टँडर्ड, यू स्टडीड युअर boards. Which board you are from? All of you. State board ना? In state board we have a chapter. ना, खूप मायन्यूट टर्म्स पण त्यामध्ये होते, आणि याच्याबद्दल तर एक डिटेल्ड प्रोसेस पण आहे, दॅट हाऊ वी सेपरेट दिस. इथे आता अशा टॉपिकमध्ये मी एक लिस्ट दिली होती, अराउंड 10 to 15 ओर्स आर देअर, अँड त्याचे जे मिनरल्स आहेत, ओके, त्याचे जे एलिमेंट्स आहेत त्यापासून जे आपण एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट करतो त्याची लिस्ट आहे. हे काय होतं, हे सगळ्यात जास्त बेसिक होतं. मी लिस्ट दिली आहे 10 to 15ची. सो व्हॉट यू आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू डू? लर्न करायचं ते. ओके, बिट बाय बिट युल अर्न द मार्क्स. ओके, सो yes, so see here. Example, bauxite is source of aluminium. This is from my notes. Next, see. What is the atomic mass number of most abundant isotope of carbon? Wrong. That is atomic number. Atomic number and mass number is different. Mass number is mass. Okay. इथे काय येतं मग कन्सेप्ट येतं की हे टर्म्स दिसतात सेम है ना. मास नंबर 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 वाटतो बट दॅट इज atomic number. Okay. atomic number is different and atomic mass number is different. Atomic mass number म्हणजे काय तर कार्बन एका फॉर्म मध्ये नाही मिळत इन नेचर. वी गेट इट इन डिफरंट फॉर्म्स. ओके. अँड द मोस्ट अबंडंट इज समथिंग. ओके. मोस्ट अबंडंट इज समथिंग. We have something which is least and something is occurs in very minute amount. तर काय करतात या तिन्हीची ऍव्हरेज घेतात अँड जो पिरियॉडिक टेबल असतो. Have you seen the periodic table? There we have the mass number. Okay, I'm sorry again. The atomic number according to which the elements are arranged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and carbon will be sixth one. Carbon is sixth according to the atomic number. But a mass number कसं determine करतात? These isotopes, these three forms of carbon यांचं average घेतलं जातं. Okay, in simple terms I'll say average. Okay, and then that will be the mass number. Now these group of three, you are having different weight. I have to mention only a single amount. So what I'll take? Average. Yeah, I'll take average and I'll note down only the average in some data. Okay, in some table if I have to note it down. So कार्बनचे पण तसे तीन फॉर्म असतात. So what we do? We take the average. Average कसं घेतात actually I'll tell you. But average ही term तुमच्यासाठी familiar आहे. So I'm telling average. An actual topic will see that कसं calculate केलं जातं. But ते weight आहे. In short that is weight of carbon. So commonly occurring कोणतं असतं? It is carbon 12. Okay, it is carbon 12. आणि जेव्हा आपण इथे न्यूमरिकल सॉल्व्ह करू even during that time you'll be familiar with the carbon. Okay. See, carbon 12 is the most abundant. Carbon 13 means what? It is having atomic mass 13. This is atomic mass 12. It is having atomic mass 14. And here the very first line says most abundant form. Okay, most abundant form. Then one more thing which is frequently asked in our exams, that which carbon ka isotope is used to determine the age of fossil. Okay, fossil की age पता लगाते हैं ना archaeologist. So how they do this with the help of the carbon 14. Okay, कार्बन के आइसोटोप की वजह से होता है वो and the isotope is 14. आइसोटोप मतलब क्या? डिफरेंट फॉर्म ऑफ सेम एलिमेंट. ओके. तीनों क्या है? तीनों है कार्बन. तिन्ही कार्बन आहेत पण ॲटॉमिक मास वेगवेगळे. तर त्यातला मोस्ट अबंडंट इज कार्बन 12. ओके. This was part of our notes. Then next, okay, so he see here. हे तर मी दाखवलं की बॉक्साईट सोर्स ऑफ अल्युमिनियम. देन या टेबलमध्येही फर्स्ट वॉज अल्युमिनियम. हे फर्स्ट बिकॉज दॅट इज व्हेरी बेसिक. सेकंड, थर्ड, these are very basic. So I told that at least हे करून घ्या. These are very basic. Next. The dentalium belongs to phylum which phylum it belongs to? Dentalium. Yes. Then next also. Next actually I didn't teach here. Is that is in very much detail. Okay. Yes. Mollusca. बेसिक ते ऍडव्हान्स पर्यंत आपण क्लासिफिकेशन पाहणार आहे. दॅट व्हेरी द ऑर्गॅनिझम्स विच आर व्हेरी बेसिक विल बी प्लेस्ड इन द फर्स्ट फायलम विच इज mollusca. And there I always tell that you have to learn the examples. Why? Because there is a trend that examples are given and it is asked that it belongs to which phylum. या फिर phylum is given and you are asked to recognize the member that this one, which one of the given below is the part, या फिर it is an example of this file. Okay. So when you'll be able to answer this? When you've followed my instructions. Okay. See you. Phylum Mollusca, Dentalium. Okay. Here, many species of catfish have taste bud on whisker-like projections which help in food finding are called as what? These are barbels. Okay. So this we didn't see because zoology again it is very vast. Okay, it is very vast and anything can be asked. So we don't expect to get 15 on 15 from our notes. Okay. Which of the following animal belongs to group Agantha, which is the most primitive vertebrates? Agantha means what? A means what? A means not having. This thing is missing. Okay. If we put A before any word, that means it is not having that. So इसका meaning is Agantha means jawless. Jaw नहीं होता उनमें. So jawless fish. So while teaching, my method of teaching, at least science and biology especially, I allow you to use your phones. Okay. So whenever I have to tell you some example, I tell you to Google it quickly. Okay. So that there and then you'll be familiar with the word. The example je kaya hai, how it looks. Okay. So here jawless fish. So here we have to see the answer is lamprey या फिर pteromyza. So here see, Agantha. जेव्हा मी गुगल करायला लागेल अगॅन्था मीन जॉलेस फिश सर्क्युलर माउथ असतं फक्त त्यांच्यामध्ये जॉज नसतात फिश जसं असं एवढं जरी माउथ असलं तरी इट कॅन ओपन इट लाईक दिस बट जे सायक्लिक माउथ सायक्लोस्टोम म्हणतात त्यांच्या माउथला अगॅन्थावाल्या फिशच्या सो ते फेस बघूनच असं एक डोक्यात आलं पाहिजे की अगॅन्था मीन्स दे आर जॉलेस फिश सो हिअर इफ यू सी द ऑप्शन्स डॉगफिश okay, Scoloidon, yeah, that is not a jawless fish. Okay, then black rat, तर इथे नाहीच प्रश्न आहेत. Loris is not also there. Loris is also not the part of this. Then lamprey या फिर टेरोमायझम. जेव्हा तुम्ही एखादा टॉपिक सर्च करता जॉलेस फिश कसे दिसतात अँड अंडर दॅट टॉपिक व्हॅन यू लर्न दीज एक्झाम्पल्स एक डोक्यात राहतं बरोबर जॉलेस जबडा नसणारे जे फिश असणार आहेत लिस्ट ओके लिस्ट देम टुगेदर here you can see subphylum vertebrata and organtha that is the jawless vertebrates okay so किती examples आहेत only two you have to learn only two lamprey and hagfish myxine and pteromyzon दोनच नाव आहेत त्यातलं एक विचारलं okay so list मोठी आहे but if you do it regularly that won't be a burden for you. See this. This I tell my students ki you have to do this because every each year you'll get one or two questions 100% from this topic. 100% you'll get some question from this topic. Okay, will take around 4 days to study this part, but that will give you an I'll give you a surety that you'll get marks from this topic. And for this, what you have to do, you have to make 5 charts, 5 tables, and you're done. And your 2 marks are fixed. Okay. Will anyone tell you that you have to write this 5 pages and your marks will be like will someone give you assurance? Okay. So, examples, unke characteristics, what they are, we'll see slowly. Okay. But see here, algae, okay. Okay, this I don't say that it was very much easy, but something which I had told कि फोटो बार बार दिखा के अगर मैंने बताया कि ये वाला देखो इसके कोन्स देखना है सीड का टाइप देखना है सो दैट थिंग आई विल एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम यू कि आपको वो आना ही चाहिए सो सी डी आई हैड टोल्ड अ नंबर ऑफ टाइम्स कि जिम्नोस्पर्म है साइकस जिम्नोस्पर्म है साइकस विल यू गेट द आंसर डी का आंसर इज 1 एकच ऑप्शन मध्ये डी का 1 so only option number 3 is having this okay then again bryophyte का option funaria b का 3 it is also in one option so you'll get the answers easily okay this also I have taught okay even this is in my notes that is algae का example is cladomonas bryophyte का funaria pteridophyte का lycopodium and जिम्नोस्पर्म का सायकस ओके बट व्हॉट आय एक्सपेक्ट की जे सारखं सांगितलं होतं ओके The thing which I had repeated it again and again. I've told you to search the image. Those things are not expected to be missed. Okay. याची एक स्टोरी सांगितली होती. Short story of 2 to 3 minutes. So such questions you should not miss. Okay. So see here. Funerals. So when we were studying about the pteridophytes. Okay, pteridophytes may we have studied this. I'm sorry, bryophytes. Then pteridophytes may we have studied the Lycopsida. Okay. And here ही image में दाखवली होती की this you have to learn that coniferophyta pine, then cycadophyta cycas. So if you make the table, the words जर सारखे सारखे दिसले तर this question was doable. Okay, एकदम within 15 seconds you might have answered this. Okay, see each thing is there. Funaria, Lycopsida, cycas, and then, okay, I've not added about the clamadomonas, but this was also there in my notes. Okay. Then next, what symptom of phosphorus deficiency is characterized by stunted growth of entire plant? Stunted growth means the growth has stopped or it is very much slow. Then dark green color of the leaves, which may be malformed or contain small areas of dead tissue. So the answer lies in this words, contain small areas of dead tissue. So I had explained it again and again that necrosis एक concept होता है कि if this is our leaf and if some fungus का particle is falling on this, so the leaf won't be drying. पूरा leaf नहीं गिरेगा, पूरा plant नहीं अपनी जान दे सकता. करेक्ट. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, जो स्पॉट होता है वेयर द फंगस द बैक्टीरिया फॉल्स, उस स्पॉट का पूरा कनेक्शन ये हो जाएगा. इट विल बी कट ऑफ. पूरा फ्लोएम जाइलम सुना है कभी? पानी और फूड कंडक्टिंग पाइप्स होते हैं. फॉर नाउ यू कैन से लाइक दैट. तो पूरा ये नेटवर्क जो है, हाथ में मेरे लाइंस है. सो से दीज आर द कनेक्शंस व्हिच आर प्रोवाइडिंग व्हाट, वाटर एंड फूड. तो यहाँ पे अगर कोई बैक्टीरिया है, सो प्लांट क्या करता है, प्लांट में ऐसा मैकेनिज्म होता है कि जब भी ये स्पॉट आएगा ऐसे बैक्टीरिया या फिर फंगस का, यहाँ से पूरा ये नेटवर्क डेड हो जाएगा ताकि उसको पानी ना मिले, उसे फूड ना मिले. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, इट वॉन्ट बी एबल टू ग्रो देम. ओके, वो जो बैक्टीरिया फिर फंगस है वो ग्रो ही नहीं हो पाएगा. तो स्पॉट क्या हुआ, डेड स्पॉट हुआ. तो मैंने ये सब समझाया था फॉर दिस वर्ड नेक्रोटिक स्पॉट. तो बाकी फॉस्फोरस डेफिशिएंसी वॉट एवर इट इज, द आंसर लाइज हियर कि स्मॉल एरियाज ऑफ डेड टिश्यूज इज कॉल्ड एज नेक्रोटिक स्पॉट्स. क्लोरोसिस मैंने बताया था कि येलो होते हैं लीव्स इसमें. यहाँ पे बताया कुछ इथे लिहिलंय कुठे की लीव्स येल्लो झालेत? नाही. सो दिस वोंट बी देयर. विल्टिंग मीन्स व्हॉट, पाणी नाही दिलं तुम्ही झाडांना तर काय होणार आहे, सुकणार आहेत ते. लिव्स विल ड्रॉप. ओके. सो इवन दॅट इज नॉट हिअर. इथे दिलंय काही असं की लिव्स विल्टिंगचं काही सिम्पटम, इट इज नॉट गिवन. लीफ कर्लिंगचं दिलं इथे काही नाही दिलं. सो नेक्रोटिक स्पॉट्स वॉज एक्सप्लेन्ड अलॉंग विथ ऑल दीज टर्म्स. सो त्या दिवशी जर तुम्ही ते रिवाइज केलं तर दोज टर्म्स विल बी क्लिअर टू यू. Which mineral plays an important role in calcium metabolism in plants? So answer was boron and it was mentioned in some table. Okay, here. Death of apical meristem, where it is a boron का deficiency जर असेल plant मध्ये proper amount मध्ये, if boron is not present, what will happen? Apical meristem will be dying. Death of apical meristem means टिप जे असतात जिथून प्लांट ग्रो होतात, दॅट टिप विल डाय. देन द टिप ऑफ द प्लांट वोंट ग्रो. ओके. स्टेम असतात, ब्रांचेस असतात, जसे टिप्स असतात दॅट ग्रो कंटिन्युअसली. सो दोज टिप्स विल बी डाइंग. ओके. You'll get confused now because the topics are not familiar to you, but we are just discussing to see our pattern, that how we study and how we'll get marks if we prepare properly. Okay. Everything will be taught. Okay. Okay, then which vitamin helps in blood clotting? So the answer is K. So where we are with K, we are it's yes. Poor clotting. If Vitamin K is not there, we'll have poor clotting. Clotting means if we get injury, so the blood, the injured site won't form a clot soon. Okay, so there will be bleeding for a longer time. Next, the ABO blood group was discovered by. So when we had started with the ABO blood group system, so here you can see Carl Lindsteiner was the person who invented this. Okay, Carl Lindsteiner. World Diabetes Day. Now this was a part of our homework. Okay, this was part of the homework. So I told you to see. This list is from, I'd also told the students, I'd asked the students to use the chat GPT for this. You can use this. I told them कि health related जो days है. Okay, when we were studying the diseases, I told them कि health related जो diseases है, find it according to month. Monthly उनका list बनाओ and learn हर month का list one day. Okay, you can do that. So from that, this was asked. World Diabetes Day. So November में we are having 3, December में we have only 2. Health वाले disease related जो या फिर health related जो list है, this was the part of our homework. Okay, so you can see just one question we are not able to solve. We were not able to solve with the help of our notes. Okay, बाकीचे question notes मधून आपण solve करू शकत होतो. Okay, even group C चं आपण राज्यसेवेच्या बॅचचं जर पाहिलं तर out of 15 almost 10 were directly asked from my notes. I didn't analyze it very much properly. That अजून जास्त असू शकतात. I didn't see it properly because we didn't get a chance to interact with the students again. But combined you can see out of 15, 14 were from our notes. Okay. One was from homework series. Okay. So if you see the PDF, if you see the notes, printed notes, that will be forming a bulky content that will give you a content in bulk. But bulk वाला content exam नहीं clear करू शकत आपण. Okay, we need compressed notes. So for that you have to make notes regularly. Okay, rest I can assure कि your paper will be cleared. Okay, any doubts? Anyone having any doubt? Yes, no doubts. Yes, online students. So currently in Feb, we'll start with science and history. Okay. Science and history will start with. For each subject, you'll follow the same pattern. That is making notes on the same day. Okay. No doubts. प्रिपेअर तर करायचं आहे ना प्रिपेअर करायचं फिक्स आहे ना एक्झाम द्यायची यू देऊ शकता एक्झाम आता जे काही तुमचं चालू आहे कॉलेज जॉब विथ दॅट ऑल्सो यू हॅव इनफ टाइम ओके दुसऱ्या कोणत्या एक्झामचं प्रिपरेशन करताय नो देन अजून इझी असेल ओके एक टाइम टेबल बनवू शकता त्यानुसार तुम्ही प्रिपेअर करू शकता इफ यू हॅव्हिंग लीज थिंग्स Okay, so Santosh has a question. He's saying that We have 60 minutes. Then how? Cutoff is 62 marks, Santosh, out of 100. Out of 100, we have to score 62. Our target will be with negative marking. So पूर्ण पेपर असाच अटेम्प्ट नाही करून यायचा. ओके. जिथे 2 मध्ये कन्फ्युजन आहे तिथे तुम्ही अटेम्प्ट करू शकता. बट जिथे तीन ऑप्शन्स मध्ये कन्फ्युजन आहे देन चान्सेस वाढतात की तुम्ही नेगेटिव्ह मध्ये जाल. बट 2 असेल तर यू कॅन अटेम्प्ट बिकॉज खूप क्वेश्चन्स असे येणार आहेत जिथे 2 मध्ये कन्फ्युजन होऊ शकतं. ओके. नाही संतोष, दॅट्स what we call competitive exams ना. 1 minute for one question won't work here. So what I say, not 40 seconds. 40 seconds तर सायन्सचे जे क्वेश्चन्स आहेत, एक लाईनचा एखादा क्वेश्चन आहे, 4 ऑप्शन्स आहेत, 10 सेकंड 15 सेकंड मध्ये होऊ शकतो. इथे टाइम वाचवायचा आहे. मग आपण 20 to 25 minutes आपण मॅथ्स रिझनिंगला देऊ शकतो. अँड दॅट विल डिमांड टाइम. बिकॉज SSC CGL स्टुडंट्स इफ यू सी खूप क्विक असतं त्यांचं मॅथ्स. इज ऑल द टाइम दे आर डुईंग मॅथ्स अँड रिझनिंग ओनली. ओके. त्यामुळे मी म्हणाले की आत्तापासून तुम्ही करू शकता, इझी होईल. ओके. ओके. सो 1 minute 1 marks वी डोंट हॅव सच पॅटर्न. ओके. असं आपण जर फॉलो केलं तर मग तेवढं, जर आपली रिझर्व कॅटेगरी असेल आणि 1 मिनिटात जो सॉल्व्ह करताय क्वेश्चन तो करेक्टच आला तरच क्लिअर होणार. ओके. अटेम्प्ट 16 असावा, नेव्हर. ओके. नेगेटिव्हवर डिपेंड करतं. हा, अराउंड 75. बट 62 नाही टार्गेट ठेवायचं. 70 मिळाले पाहिजे, 80 अटेम्प्ट करायचं. मग ते कसं प्लॅन करणार तुम्ही बघा. तर रिझनिंग आणि मॅथ्स जर तुम्ही केलं आत्तापासून आणि मॉक टेस्ट दिले, तुम्हाला एक आयडिया येईल की मला 16 मिळत आहेत, 17 18 मिळत आहेत. त्यानंतर सायन्स आपण खूप छान प्रिपेअर करूया इथे. प्रॉपर टेबल्स, माइंड मॅप्स बनवूया. त्यामधून काय होईल, ते व्यवस्थित रिव्हिजन होईल. सो वी कॅन सी दॅट वी कॅन स्कोर अराउंड 12. ओके. Least I'll say that you should be able to attempt 12 questions. So 12, here you're getting around 16. I say की लेवल जी आहे मॅथ्स रिझनिंगची आणि आत्तापासून तुम्ही स्टार्ट केलं तर 18 इज ऑल्सो डुएबल. ओके. इतकं टफ नाही आहे जितकं सेंट्रल किंवा राज्यसेवा बाकी एक्झाम्सला जेवढं असतं तेवढं टफ नाही. सो 18 पण आणू शकता. किती झाले मग? 12 आणि 18. सायन्सचे 12 आणि इथले 18. 30. हाफ. हाफ टन. 60 मधले अर्धे झाले. पॉलिटी आहे, इको आहे, करंट आहे, त्यानंतर जॉग्रफी, हिस्ट्री. इक्वल यू कॅन नॉट से. इक्वल असं नाही. हिस्ट्रीला जवळपास 15 क्वेश्चन्स वर आस्क्ड. जॉग्रफीचे 10 क्वेश्चन्स होते. इकोचे थोडे जास्त होते. थोडंफार कमी जास्त असतं त्यामध्ये. प्रत्येक वर्षी फिक्स पण नसणार. जसे यावर्षी जॉग्रफीचे 10च विचारले गेले. कधी कमी जास्त होऊ शकतो. बट मॅथ्स रिझनिंग 20 असतातच आणि सायन्सचे पण 15 असतात. बाकी मध्ये थोडं कमी जास्त होऊ शकतं. बट डुएबल आहे. 80 मार्क अटेम्प्ट करू शकता जेव्हा तुम्ही सगळे सब्जेक्ट व्यवस्थित करून जाताय तेव्हा. तुमच्याकडे तर भरपूर वेळ आहे. आणि तुम्ही आत्ता असे टार्गेट ठेवू शकता की द नेक्स्ट अटेम्प्ट, की नॉट दिस वन, नेक्स्ट जर तुम्ही अटेम्प्ट देणार आहे तर तो 100% क्लिअर होऊ शकतो. इफ यू प्लॅन फ्रॉम नाव खूप व्यवस्थित होईल. यू कॅन मेक फर्स्ट सेट ऑफ नोट्स, त्यानंतर अजून त्याचे मायक्रो नोट्स करू शकता. टाइम आहे ना तुमच्याकडे. फॉर दोज हु हॅव टू अटेम्प्ट दिस जून जुलै वाला जो आएगा, सो फॉर देम आय विल से की एकच नोट्स बनवा फायनल वाला. ओके. तुम्ही माझ्या पीपीटी बघून एक सेट बनवू शकता नोट्स, त्यानंतर त्यांना अजून कम्प्रेस करू शकता. पण जे टेबल आणि चार्ट्स मी सांगते ते तेव्हाच बनवायचे. ओके, बाकी नोट्स अकॉर्डिंग टू युअर कन्व्हिनियन्स. एनी डाऊट? की 5 ऑप्शन रूल ॲटलीस्ट नॉट फ्रॉम नाव. ऑफिशियल काही नोटीस आलं तर दॅट विल बी sent on your group. Okay. Any changes regarding the syllabus pattern that will be sent on the group. Okay. Okay. So we'll meet on 30th for geography. Okay. Tomorrow you'll have the history ka session. Same time, 3 to 5. Okay, so we'll end the class soon.